That is why we don't care enough to really stop these monstrous leaders that we have created and allowed to take over and behave like that. And we're wrecking the planet, therefore, because of that psychotic thing. And it all comes from that place of disconnection, which is the real reality is nothing. And there's just some material things going around for no purpose, no reason, no one guiding it, has no idea, there's no real consciousness, epiphenomenon of the brain, and you die and you're nothing. That's modern, enlightened, scientific idea. It's nothing scientific about it. It's a psychotic idea. It is totally psychotic. Because it means everyone in our country isn't here, and our country isn't here. And therefore we can bomb, we can have 50,000 nuclear weapons, we can whatever we want. And worst comes to worst, they blow up our World Trade Center, bang, we're not here, and we never remember that we were, and there's no consequence of whatever we did, directly or indirectly. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's pretty irrefutable, unfortunately. Doesn't mean any one of you is so ill-willed. Certainly I don't want to think of myself as ill-willed, although I have that quality of recklessness from nihilism of my culture. And it is an obstacle in my enlightenment and my compassion. Because we always think there's a way out. When we're really pressured by compassion to really care and take that extra step. Because we are embedded in this and we will get a result from this, or our failure or our inaction will bring us a result. When we do that, it's because we think there's a place away, there's an escape from the consequences, from the infinite consequences of our being and our deeds and our associations and our entanglements and other beings. If we realize that there's no escape from the consequences, we would have an extra, that is where you get the power. When the passion is going to overwhelm you, of hatred and anger and fear, you can, I call it, you can put your will, your reason, that Plato would have taught you. You don't need Buddhism. Aristotle would have taught you. Any of the Stoics would have taught you. You put your reason against your passion, right? And I'm not going to be hatred, and I'm not going to be angry, and I'm not going to kill, and I'm not going to do this and that. I'm going to be a good person. You say to yourself. And then the tension of restraining this passion, this enemy passion, builds and builds and builds. And then, you know how a circuit breaker works? In your house, you put on too many appliances, and then there's a click sound and the lights go off. So we have that circuit breaker in there. And what is that circuit breaker? That circuit breaker is the underlying worldview that we're conditioned to have, that all we are is this body of ours. This body of ours is here for no reason. It has no consequence in the universe. It is not important. It's really nothing. And the proof that it's nothing is that if it gets too bad, bang, hit your tooth, bang, quickly, and you just won't exist forever. That's the end of it. And then what that does is it's like it connects, when the circuit breaker goes, what is it, the inner voice of our mind comes up and says, what does it say to you? What the hell, go for it. Right? What the hell? Freak out. What the hell? Grab it. What the hell? And we even say, what the hell? And we can say, what the hell? Because we are actually escaping from an older kind of absolutism that our culture taught us, which was, as long as we have Jesus or God, we can also go crazy. Because there's an absolute outside the universe that will make it right, as long as we call on it. In other words, a projected absolutism into a projected absolute self that becomes our self through blind faith, and which we therefore will save us from our crusade, our killing of an infidel, our burning of a witch, or whatever we think we did in all these past areas of our culture. And in a way, the nihilists think they escaped from that, and escaped from that hell. And the way they escaped is they decided they just didn't have a soul that could be threatened by these other fanatics. And therefore there's a lot of fear behind their sticking in this no soul thing. They pretend that the people with the future life worry are afraid of being nothing. And they still haven't been mindful of what they do every night when they fall asleep. Everyone's dying to be nothing. Nobody's afraid of that. It's insane to be afraid of it. Only an insane person is afraid of nothing. And the two kinds of that. One is the hero who says, I'm afraid of nothing. And he goes out and stands in front of a cannon. And the other is the confused materialist who says, oh, I'm afraid of nothing. You know, but I wouldn't be afraid if I could be in my coffee shop in the next life. Thinking that it's automatically going to be a coffee shop. That's a big joke. Anybody who really looks into the future knows about hell. If there's a hell on earth, if you make a hell on earth, you drop a nuclear weapon and create a hell on earth of some people in a kimonos, then you can be in hell yourself. Absolutely.